Hey everybody, christopherodd here. Welcome to a new playthrough of Red Solstice 2 Survivors. People are talking about this as kind of a real-time XCOM, and after playing it for a couple hours, I totally understand why. Specifically, the geoscape layer is very similar in terms of scanning times, moving all over the globe, although we're on Mars. More about that soon. Combat is completely different. It's all real time. You're really controlling your one soldier, and then you have 3 AI soldiers that are kind of doing their thing, although you can direct them to certain areas to do certain things. But they all have different classes and stuff, so it's pretty cool. I'm very excited because a lot of people just been itching for new XCOM and hearing XCOM news. We haven't heard any of it, and I think this is going to scratch that itch. So let's jump in and do a brand new campaign. I'm going to play on hard. I've played a couple of hours between normal and hard, doing tutorials, just regular missions, and I think hard will be a pretty fun challenge. You can see it gives the enemy a little bit of extra damage and 100% suppression regen, which we'll learn about as we go. Now, I've debated whether or not to do the tutorial. The tutorial is actually fairly quick, and I think it does a much better job of just getting us up and running, seeing some action right away. Whereas if we dive in, we have to kind of finesse some different soldiers and stuff, and I think this will be cool. Everyone will be on the same page. Everyone knows what's possible. So, let's go in. We're playing on hard mode. Brand new series. Very hyped. Thanks for being here. Appreciate the support, guys. Let's go.
Each time night falls, we see a bright light in the Martian sky. It is not a star. It is a planet we used to call home. Earth was devastated by mutants 2 centuries ago. Our dream has always been to take it back. A dream that turned into a nightmare.
Oh God. We found him. What on Mars Command, do you copy?
Acknowledged. New objective is to secure the perimeter.
We're unable to secure. Target eliminated. We're being overrun. Put your ground, damn it. It's in the ceiling. Command, this is Unit A. I'm the only one left. I need backup.
Executor unit activated. Initiating recovery process.
Here we go. I think a lot of people are going to get kind of Dead Space vibes from this early section. You can see the enemy types, just how dark it is, the style of the environment. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to let the game kind of direct us here. It wants us to go into this Overwatch, which is basically our primary way of fighting. Any enemy that gets near us, we're just going to automatically be shooting at. In the tutorial, see these little circles.
Primary metabolism fully recovered. Welcome back, Executor. I'm Emma, an artificial intelligence program in the service of the Founders.
Thank you,
I
Emma.
will continuously update your map with markers and plot a course to rendezvous with a nearby Marine team pinned near the helipad.
Okay, so we'll listen to her as we go through here. It's just basically teaching us all of the controls and such. But as I was saying, Overwatch is our primary way of fighting. It'll show us when we can do some manual aiming and stuff. We have a map that we can work with to get to our different objectives, see doors. Some of the levels are super intricate as well. These basic doors we can break down. We'll see some switches soon that will unlock different doors. Set your Marine to automatically seek targets when we're in Overwatch mode there. Let's go. It's time to slaughter. Now, keep in mind, this is the tutorial. Things get heated very quickly. This game has a bunch of different mission types. Some of them have like 15 different waves of enemies, and we'll see this bar across the top of the screen that's dictating like how strong the waves are getting. And
Present Marines
it's
are
very
considered
easy
expendable. Continue
to get
advancing
overrun.
forward.
Very easy to get overrun. So we have a couple of skills down here. We have scan area, which we can do if we want. Nothing for us to do this for, but we also have the one it wants us to do, which is an energy blaze. We can activate this, and when they get close, then we can do a little bit of kind of some spread damage as well. But regardless, let's just keep moving with our Overwatch on. You can see them breaking through this door over here. I'm just going to grab any ammunition that I can. You can see in the bottom right, we've got our breech shotgun, and then we have a salamander, which is basically a flamethrower. We'll get to using that in a bit here. We also have some consumables that we pick up. So stimulants increases crit chance and movement speed for a few seconds, cures fractures and removes any slow effects. And then we've got anti-venom, heals any poison the marine is suffering from and prevents poisoning. We also have some skills here as well. We've got a nitrogen grenade and we have a heal. Let's wait till this is done. And we can just increase these. If you hold shift and press the according number, 1, 2, 3, 4, then you can increase it. We'll grab a nitrogen grenade here. And you can see activation range, cooldown, target location, radius, and all of these change as we level up this skill. Okay, show tutorial. So if you're ever confused, hold backspace and it'll show you what all the different HUD elements do for you. I think you guys pretty much have it all figured out, I would imagine.
Reloading, cover me.
So we do have to watch when we're reloading. There's manual reloads available if you want, and I would advise before going into a new area, if you're low, go ahead and do that. Now you'll notice that some of these guys have a yellow bar. That's a suppression bar, and it'll kind of stun them if you feel that, which is obviously quite helpful. Generally, you're killing the smaller enemies before that becomes a thing. I've got a little window here. Caps lock. Okay. So this will target toggle manual aim. So let's see here. I'm going to go into caps lock mode and we can just start shooting.
Reloading.
And now when we're shooting in this mode, we're a little bit slower, but we can control which enemies we're hitting. This is especially helpful if we're getting attacked from all sides. Let's grab this STROL sample. Now, these are pretty cool. You'll notice here now we have increased weapon crit chance and a little bit of extra health. Now, if we can grab more of these before that timer runs out, the timer resets and it starts stacking, which is pretty cool. This is found on certain enemies, not all of them. But yeah, let's keep moving. Let's keep going. Again, I don't want you to think, and I know that you guys are patient, but I don't want you to think that just because the tutorial is us just auto-shooting at a bunch of stuff, that it's super basic, because it's going to get pretty crazy as we go on. Now, instead of caps lock, we can hold left shift. This is my preferred method. You can just go into manual mode and then let go and move on, which is quite helpful. Got a door switch over here. Look at this big guy back there. Hello. Okay, if he was over here, we could shoot these barrels over top. Take him out that way, but we'll just do it the old-fashioned way now.
Reloading.
Keep going. Now, in bigger missions, you'll notice that
Aiming.
you'll have that bar at the top that I was mentioning. And that's going to dictate like how many enemies are just running at you from various directions. And it's super easy to get overrun. Now, we've also picked up some secondary ammo here. So if I just do Control W for this slot, you'll see that it adds it to the ammo for that secondary weapon. Let's go ahead and grab everything that we can. Got some explosive ammunition to our current magazine. Let's go ahead and throw that in there. You can see now we've got 20 explosive ammo in the gun. And all of this secondary ammo, I'm just going to kind of keep loading in there. Other things that we haven't really talked about yet. You can see our health. We have energy. You'll notice the energy is not filling. These are kind of our regen rates. This isn't filling because when you're in Overwatch, it essentially reserves 30 energy, which means that you're going to be limited on the amount of abilities that you can use when you're in Overwatch, because you're obviously doing everything kind of automatically that way. Secondary weapons are strong. Use them when you're in trouble. So let's whip this thing out.
Extreme caution is advised, as the complex is now overrun by hostile mutants.
Yes,
I've
it
updated
is.
your map with a suitable extraction area.
And this just melts enemies. There's a bunch of different secondary weapons, a bunch of different primary weapons. I've only got to experience a few of them, but let's switch back to our regular gun here. Let's, I'll maybe upgrade the heal just in case. Now, when we go into cover, we get a little bit of a combat bonus. So extra 50% weapon range, damage, reduced reload time. We get extra defense, destructive resistance, and resistance energy. So obviously, as if XCOM has taught us anything, Cover does matter all the time. As far as I know, there's not different levels of cover here. So just pretty much anything that we can get behind will be helpful. Okay, let's hit this. Overwatch again. Okay, it's going to target, attack any target in range with a delay each time. Yeah, fine. That's another thing to consider between manual aiming and Overwatch. You can see we still have some of our explosive rounds here, so we're dealing a little bit of extra damage. I'm going to reload, actually. Now, you notice it says ammo wasted. I do like that when games have that kind of thing. So you do have to be as efficient as possible. That said, if you're going to waste a few bullets to go into a big swarm, it's probably worth it. Nice. Now we're going to find some friends. Here we go. Join the Marine Forces. Let's grab this ammunition.
Executor!
It is the Executor.
Time. Wait, where are the others? Oh, never mind. Evac is on the way, but my tracker is picking up a lot of movement. Get ready for a fight.
Okay, now you'll notice we have some regular ammunition here as well. I think our max is 21
Chances for
clips,
survival
so
will drastically increase if you set up the explosive turret. I recommend you do that now.
okay, so let's go ahead and grab this turret.
Place the turret in the location I have designated to maximize its efficiency.
Let's drop it down here. And this is like a key mechanic in this game, defending against different waves. Hold perimeter against enemy waves. Let's just drop back here. Getting that barrier protection. And you can see the amount of ammo that this gun is using. I'll throw an extra clip in there. I do find that it's very easy to overload your inventory, so this kind of stuff is like use it or lose it sort of thing. Let's throw on the stimulants here. Reduced reload time, extra crit chance, extra speed. Let's take a cryo grenade here. Let's go grab these STROL samples. Quick. Let's grab another one.
Reloading, cover me.
Nice. Let's use a grenade here just to show you guys what's up. Freezes them all in place. Let's bring this guy back so we're not stealing all the glory here. Nice. Grab another STROL sample. Now, what's cool is when you're interacting with these items on Overwatch, we can still be shooting. Well, that reload almost got us. Let's go with the special weapon here just to show you guys a little bit. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. 5 more seconds and we should be good to go. Let's throw in a few more clips.
The solar weapons system has been activated.
Ah, hell! That's right on top of us!
Executor, be advised, your implants are needed for the solar mainframe protocols. Extraction is aborted. Proceed to the communications array.
You're joking, right?
I don't think so.
Crap. We knew this would be a suicide run. Executor, we have your back.
Explosives are required for the most suitable route to the solar control room. I have marked the nearest explosive material.
Okay. Now, another thing I feel they do really well in this game, navigating your map is pretty straightforward. They always have your objective indicator that you can kind of follow. But then the map itself is just laid out really well. Very clear legend. Gives you your controls over here as well, which is pretty nice. So we want to use this one over here.
Private,
we'll set this.
Stay back. Watch out for the explosive radius.
Now,
yes, sir.
To activate this, we want to hit G. Blows up the wall. We move through. Let's go, team. Anytime now.
We'll cover you, Executor. The facility in all of Tharsis is lost. There's nothing more to save here. I ask only one thing. Send all these mutant freaks to hell.
Whoa, we almost took a swipe there. Grab that STROL sample. We're at 133 seconds of boost right now. Goes back up to 240. Very nice. There's Savage's Burners. Increases combat capabilities and converts damage to destructive. Now, we'll have to learn a little bit more about all of the nuances of when to use certain damage types and stuff, but that'll just come with learning the game as we move on. We can probably just activate this. Weapon crit chance, damage is increased. And you'll notice these have a cooldown, but they also have an energy usage amount. So you can't just continuously spam this stuff, as nice as that would be. Let's grab another STROL sample. And let's do the comm relay calibration. We want to get the solar gun up and running, which is going to kind of lead us into the main story stuff right away. Here we go. Okay, so we are targeting the Tharsis region. If you just skip the tutorial, you don't really see this. You kind of just start the game and it's like, oh, Tharsis station is destroyed. But we're going to go ahead and do this. Now, keep your eye on these kind of things. So infestation is at a, what is that, a 6 out of 7? Global population, 90 million. Global infested, 31 million. Dying population, consequence of usage. We're killing people, but we're killing way more infested. And this is, I think, as we go, some of the stuff we're going to have to balance killing infected or infested versus actual population. Anyways, let's fire this. Kaboom. And again, if you just start the game and skip the tutorial, you won't see, or you'll go right to this cutscene, skip everything we just did. But I kind of feel like the tutorial actually sets us up a little bit nicer in terms of story.
We never knew the Executor contributed to the activation of solar. But even if we did, it wouldn't change much.
You're probably wondering, because this is a sequel, do we need to have played any of the originals? I would say no. They do a pretty good job of setting us up and getting us to understand why we're here, why we're doing things.
We are the Founders, and you are the Executor. A high-class commanding officer with advanced cybernetic capabilities. Your origin is irrelevant. Your mission is not. You were awakened to lead a secret task force that will counter the threat of STROL mutants. A powerful landship will serve as the base of your activities. It is a mobile castle from which you will liberate Mars. Lead your operatives, research your enemy, and develop your own capabilities. We are always watching your progress.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes, honestly. Tharsis colony in the Tharsis region has been destroyed. The terraformer in the Tharsis region has been destroyed as well. Now we're jumping 1 month after the destruction of Tharsis on Mars. New objectives: emergency extraction. Initiate dropship scans of current region. Complete emergency extraction mission and inspect soldiers in the Armory.
Executor,
Easy peasy.
Welcome to the Landship. This will be your base of operations from now on. All research and development projects will take place on it.
Yes, thank you, Emma. Appreciate that.
The Solar is an orbital weapons platform built upon the surface of Phobos. This was the first combat firing, which inadvertently destroyed all Mars communication infrastructure. The world map allows you to access and dedicate yourself to specific combat deployments while making strategic decisions such as building, scanning, and expanding regional influence.
Okay, so we need to initiate dropship scans of the current region, so we'll be scanning here. Okay, it's not letting me even go into the facilities yet. So when you start outside of the tutorial, this would be where you want to start researching because you don't really want to lose time. But we'll just initiate the dropship scans and go from there. maybe before we do that, I'll quickly talk about what we're seeing up here. So we have supplies, which is just our common, this is what we spend on research, upgrades, just currency essentially. Deployment, these are things that you have to spend to do missions. You will not be able to do every mission that pops up, kind of like XCOM, and that's totally okay. You're gonna have to make choices about what type of missions you want to take. We have specialists. Now these guys can do engineering projects. They'll do research stuff. You can also turn these specialists into soldiers if you need them. And then we've got global intel. So this is the average intelligence in all contacted regions. And you can see based on the 3 that we have, our research speed is 20% and our engineering speed is 20%. I think that's a 20% boost, but I can't confirm. Anyways, let's start scanning.
This is your feeling of the MCC. Unknown forces have destroyed Tharsis. Many suspect Elysium itself, but some claim STROL has arrived on Mars. So far, all these...
They got cut off. Okay. So here's the emergency extraction story. You can see this is kind of like a difficulty rating up here, infestation and intel levels, which we'll learn about more as we go. You can see a breakdown of enemy types, so standard and runner. I don't know how many there are, but I'm pretty sure there's a bunch. And then we've got different waves, so this is how intense these waves are going to be. This is a 64-point wave, this is a 9-point wave, and this is a 30-point wave. These missions, you can explore a lot to find different upgrades and consumables and stuff, but the longer you explore, generally, the more difficult the waves are going to be. This one's going to start out really strong, then drop, and then kind of build a little bit. As we do this, the reward for this mission is 3 followers, which would be quite helpful. You can see that deployment cost down here as well. So let's travel over to this mission. It's going to take 3 hours, 13 minutes.
Executor, a dropship has crashed on the outskirts of a nearby colony. It was transporting our top STROL examiner on board. An SOS transponder was sent.
Okay.
Rescue operation initiated.
Thank you, Emma. Appreciate that. You can see our XP percentages here. The game does something pretty cool where you have kind of this player level XP that unlocks different class types. It unlocks customization options. So the more that you play and the more that you do these objectives, the more unlocks that you have. And it's not just like XP for just doing missions. There's actually specific things it wants you to do, like kill enemies with explosives, destroy armor, destroy a certain number of enemies, that kind of stuff, which is really neat. There's logistic items that we'll be able to add later. There's air support, horde arrival times that we can change once we unlock certain things, and artillery support. This will all be explained to us as we go. So this is our basic mission setup. Normally we'll have the soldiers tab, but we're in the tutorial, so we're gonna get those soldiers soon.
The Armory loadout.
Here's our loadout.
You and your
this is cool.
To gear up before each combat deployment.
Okay, so it works on kind of this energy system. So right now we have 490 available energy. We have a bunch of different slots for defense, offense, and support. And you can see in here these power cores are adding suit power, and then anything else is taking away suit power. So we have 2 revive sticks, which revive us if we drop. If we're not killed, but we're injured, these will bring us back up. And then within the offense and defense tabs, we have actual abilities that we can drop in and out of here to totally customize our build, which is sweet. You'll also see that we have access to 2 different suit types right now. These are things that we unlock as we go. I'm going to stick with the assault class, but you have the option between assault and medic right now. Color-wise, you can see that we only have 2 colors available, and these unlock more as we go. That brings me to what I was talking about before. So we're currently a rank of private. Killing 50 monsters got us there, which is fine. If we want to get to private first class, we need to kill 75 monsters, which we've already done. But we also now need to loot 3 lockers. There were no lockers in the tutorial, but we'll definitely find lockers here. And I actually really like this. I think it's super unique. And not only do you have this kind of player level XP, but then in the actual missions, you're getting XP for your soldiers to level up your skills, which I think is pretty fun. Now, a couple of things I am going to actually tweak here. I'm going to get rid of one of these power cores. I still have some range here. Let's see. Can I throw in a secondary extender? That's going to take me a little bit over. I'm going to drop one of these revive sticks, and I'm going to grab a secondary extender. What this is going to do is add an extra pip here in this auto shotgun secondary area. And you can see, if I want to equip this Cerberus, which is basically a better shotgun, it's amazing at close range. It needs 5 pips, and I only got 4 available. So I'm going to go ahead and add a secondary extender here, which is going to add a pip. Let's go ahead and equip that Cerberus. I only have this GAR and a Rhino rifle, so there's no... I'm going to stay with this GAR rifle. It's very basic, but that's all that we have right now. And then in terms of defense, we have the energy blade down here. We've got stimulants, which is over here, our first skill. We've got critical hit. This is just a passive increase. You can get this up to a 10% critical chance and a 50% critical damage bonus. And you'll level these pretty quick in the missions. Grenades, they blow things up, obviously. And then you've got buckshot, which is kind of a wide cone that you can blast. Does tons of damage, kills pretty much anything. Uses a decent amount of energy, though, until you upgrade it. Adaptive systems, standing near a door inside a building near a window will automatically grant you a barricade buff, increases movement speed inside buildings. Very helpful, obviously, and it's just an additional way to gain that barrier bonus. If you want to just see some other options in here, there's like a melee strike. We have the energy blade and adaptive systems. There's a power dash, adds significant movement speed for short time. This will be something we probably dabble with a little bit later. Defense-wise, we have field treatment to apply a med kit. We have sonic flashbangs. We've got armor overload, increases your armor and removes slow debuffs. But this is all stuff that you gotta manage with your energy. So there's a lot of customization options here. You can also save a loadout. So if you're in your assault class, you can save, look at all these, you can do like 10 different slots per class, which is insane. So we can kind of make this our own, and we'll figure out what we need to do. We'll call this basic tutorial. All right, setup is saved. Nice. Okay, so and then we go into our overview.
Were recruited selectively from well-known military establishments. They have all passed special mental training, which means that they will all give you undying loyalty.
Yeah. Special mental training, aka brainwashing, undying loyalty. I'm fine with it. It's cool. It's fine. I'm happy to have soldiers that want to die for me. We'll definitely take them up on those offers. We don't have any yet. We're gonna go get some on this mission. And I think this is kind of how we'll do it. It's very similar to XCOM. We'll do our setup, get ready for the next mission, and boom, we'll tackle that next mission in the next episode. Guys, I hope you're enjoying. I might have thrown a lot of info at you there, but you guys are smart. I'm pretty sure you're picking up on everything. And we're going to learn a lot as we go. I've played a couple of hours doing missions between normal and hard, going through the tutorial, not going through like a regular start, and just kind of experimenting. There's a lot to learn. If we want more information, there's archives, which has different tutorials, documents, backstories, lore, tons of stuff. So we'll get into that as we go. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. We'll be doing this every single day, maybe multiple times a day. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to get updates on this series. If you guys have been around a long time, really appreciate the support. If you guys could drop a like on the video, it helps a lot. Let me know what you think of the game in the comments below. And I just appreciate having you here. Thank you so much for letting me be able to do this for a living. It means a lot. Guys, have a good one. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.